should be sharing my screen now over to everyone. You should be looking at the Weduc system. Hope from your end. Is that okay, Mark?
That's great. Yeah, we can see that.
Fantastic. No, thank you guys, and thank you for slotting me in there, Mark. And I know it's been a bit of a different plan for us this evening, so no pressure from all of us here, bless. But yeah, I'm going to talk about parental engagement, a bit of a different end to this point really, and I'm going to touch on actually what Colin was saying, because it's a really good point there about making it easy for your students and giving it that one place to go. We're going to give the similar sort of story, but for the parent journey now. How can I make it easy for your parents? How can we make it as easy as possible to make it that one place to go for everything to do with communication within schools over to your parents? So really, obviously I'm going to discuss the Weduc platform and the app today. Normally I'd love to show you all and spend half an hour, 45 minutes doing it. Today I'm going to give you a taste of what we offer inside Weduc. It is an online platform and an app, so it works just like Facebook. Mark is a fantastic user of Weduc. He's smiling at me now because he's actually one of my go-to guys, because he's very technical on the product as well, and I actually helped Mark set the product up as well at Woolwich. So yes, it works very well at schools. Works for primary schools, secondary schools, through schools. We have colleges, universities using it as well. So there's lots of different angles it can go down as well. Of course, it's all branded up to your each school's environment. Branding is important. The word Weduc is not mentioned on there. Obviously we're on the Weduc Academy today. I'm going to give you a flavour of these different globes that we go through, making it as easy as possible to communicate with your parents and actually getting the best out of it as well is a good point. I've landed on the newsfeed first of all. This is very much I like to describe as a controlled social media. So as I scroll down, we can see I've got our reminders on there, flu jabs, non-uniform day. So we're giving those reminders. I like to call them the nags to the parents. So this can be posted by teachers, can be posted by the office teams at schools. We're using this system to give the parents a reason to come onto the app. Let's go and have a nosy. Let's go and have a look what's going on around the school, just like parents are used to on Facebook and other social media elements. The reason we're a little bit different is we sync into your MIS, depending on what you've got. We pull across your year groups, your class groups, your users, and we target that information. So it could be non-uniform day for a certain year group. Only that year group need to see that information. So this is why our app has a higher uptake than any other app, because it's always relevant information for your parents whenever you're posting onto our system, whether that's newsfeed, notices, forms. It's all about targeting. So our newsfeed is a controlled social media. Calendar, we can link in with any Google calendars and Office 365 that the schools are currently using, bring those across and share to your parents across within the app. Notices, this is now designed as a strategy. So I'm bringing strategies into our communication. I don't see this enough at schools. I'm an ex-IT manager over 10 schools myself, and I see too much of the messaging and just messaging the parents, and that's it. What we're doing is bringing in further elements of communication. If I go on to our new notice, we can now add on to our notice. I'm sure a lot of schools have notice boards up and around the school. This is your online digital one. I can now add in titles, my message, whatever it's regarding, choosing my targets, of course, having a start date and end date to this notice as well. So these are automatically appearing and disappearing for our parents. That's one way of doing it and making it live and making it targeted. But I want to make it easier for everyone in the school now. I have notification chain. We can actually now start sending an email the night before whatever the event is taking place. I'm going to do an in-app message the morning of the event. I can add to the newsfeed what we've just been through. Let's do that at the start of the week as well, so it's sitting at the top of the newsfeed. So we're bringing a strategy into this communication, which is key for your parents and keeping them on board with what's going on at the school. That's our notices. Forms next. These are online forms. This is we did have a standard sort of forms, and I know we've been discussing Microsoft forms, and there's Google forms that are available to be used. We can link in with those other forms inside our hub and other areas. For us, our forms are really designed with schools in mind. So when we're designing these forms and building them, how can we make them even more valuable to our parents? So again, it could be update of contact details you're putting on your school app. It could be testing forms for staff only now to fill in, because this is a whole school app, not just office to parents. Consent forms are always a popular one, removing that paper from parents' hands and schools' hands. Again, you can click on create form. A really nice feature we have just released is actually an online wet signature. I've not seen this in any other app. You can now actually get your parents to give you a full digital signature inside here. So now you're getting that even more content from your parents and that information coming in from those, which is really important, of course, across the whole system. Digital library is very much an online storage area. Again, we've been talking about OneDrive, Google Drive. You can now pull those items across from those and bring them into your school app. Let's make it that one place for parents to go and give them that true engagement of the system. You can put school policies on there, letters that you've previously been sending home. Of course, we've made a folder called COVID. All the information they're going to need, put it inside of your school app. The hub, this one's actually quite smart. I did say I'm an ex-IT manager, so a bit of an IT geek. I do enjoy this one. This is the one I call the third-party connector. Any other websites, any other systems that you use across your schools, you can now bring in to your school app. So now I've gone to a funding and grants page, fully interactive websites inside of your app. So we're making all of those places for your parents, all of those places you may want your students to go to, now available inside of your school app. Payments, we're bringing this into one place. So it's that one app parents download, they go into it, single sign on straight onto our payment section. You go in there, you can make your offers, make bookings inside their school trips. We can do cashless catering through this system. I see at too many schools where they're having, I'm not going to name all of my competitors, but parent mail, teachers to parents, those sort of systems, that then parents are then going to download Parent Pay or Takasi and another different system for them to download and use. We make it one system to go everywhere, which I know goes down very well at schools and for parents as well, of course. Home learning, I know we've been touching on a lot of this tonight, and again, some of the questions have been very interesting. I mentioned earlier on a question what got asked about this. It's a key area for us inside there because we're making this a window for the parents to go into the app and go and have a look at what's going on. How can I see what my child's learning is? Again, some of our schools use this alongside Google Classroom, use it alongside Teams. We're just making it easy for your parents to access this. I'm actually going to jump on to my message center finally, just to finish off in here. Inside our message center, it's really key whenever you're messaging parents, whatever systems you're using, whether that's a piece of paper you're giving them in hand, how can we make this, make sure that all parents engage? That's the hardest part about communicating with parents. Whenever I send a message through Weduc, we're very quickly going to create one now. Inside our system, I'm making a very quick message to go through and do a school trip. When I send my message, how can I actually guarantee that it's going to get to 100% of our parents? So this screen I'm about to go to, we've sent the message, but Weduc's smart enough to actually check, how can I make sure that 100% of my parents are going to receive the message? So actually I chose year 7. We have 100 parents in year 7. 90 of them have downloaded the app, which is great. We're at 90% uptake. These are the final 10 who are yet to download our app. How can we guarantee they're going to receive our message? Katrina Adams, mum of Laura, she's never downloaded the app. Weduc is smart enough to go and look at your MIS and itself, Weduc, at the same time and check, well, actually, I can see that she does have an email. I'm going to send her an email. This parent doesn't have the app or an email address. I'm going to send them a text. Whichever way possible, we're going to communicate with your parents and make sure that 100% uptake is there and all 100% parents receive your messages, which is really important and key to any messaging service. And I've sent that message, off we go. Very sort of similar vision for our parents. I was going to connect my phone up. I'm going to do it slightly differently and show you this from a parent view on the platform. Again, I'm logged on as a parent. You have now different visions in here. We spoke about parents evening at the start as well. We're making that easy for parents now inside here, inside the app or the platform. Single click onto parents evening, straight in there. You can host your video appointments. You can do it from that one system. The parents inside here also have the ability to click on the parent globe. I can now see my child. I can even now see their teachers, their timetables, their live attendance coming as well from your MIS, which is really important to get across. I can pull reports, behavior down from there. I'm taking this further than just communication now. which is key to our parents. Hopefully, Mark, I've gave a good insight into Weduc there. It's very tough to cover that in 10 minutes in there. I know you use the system and I've obviously set it up with you. I don't know whether you had any extra points you can add on for me.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I have to say, Todd, you've done very well, as I knew you would, to get through all of that in 10 minutes. I would pick out two features that I think are the biggest features for us. One you've already discussed, which is notices. I think that whole way of doing it, where you've got a workflow in terms of putting communications out there, I think it's essential. I think, you know, the days of just sending out one message have gone, and it saves our admin staff so much time to be able to do it all in one go. Free messages, you know, to different places, email, in message with a push notification, etc. It saves so much time. The other thing, which I think is the big game changer for us, is the CSV message option, which I know you didn't show there, but I don't know if you can
go back and give you a tease of the CSV message.
Yeah, because it's really excellent. I mean, you know, when you think of sending out digital communications, you often think, oh, well, you're not going to be able to do this and you're not going to be able to do that. But the way in which you can basically construct a spreadsheet with all the data that you want to mail merge in, it replaces the traditional mail merge, doesn't it? It replaces the old letters that you used to send out. And again, our admin team absolutely love these features because it saves them so much time. And not only that, parents love the system as well. You know, all the parents that I've spoken to, you know, we've got very high uptake. They really appreciate the fact that they can get hold of this information really, really quickly.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Obviously, I don't know any other system that gives you that ability to do CSV. Obviously, I did a very quick message earlier on, and we can pull in certain fields from there, but we were getting so many requests from schools asking how can we actually get more that aren't in your MIS. So again, other fields, other systems, I know other schools used to send mark sheets and different things out that aren't on your MIS. Well, rather than using our merge fields, go and create one from a CSV, and it'll allow you to bring in external information into this app. So we're quite open arms with that, but yeah, you're spot on there, Mark, so thank you for that.
That's great. Thank you very much, Todd. And if any questions come through, I'll let you know and pass those on to you.